and welcome to the penultimate round of BSB Extra 2014. We're back from the continent, and this time we've travelled to Northamptonshire, to the home of British motorsport. It is, of course, the one and only Silverstone. Our first race of the weekend is the Pirelli National Superstock 600s. Now, these guys weren't out at Assen, but your championship leader, Kyle Ryde, was. He moved up to Supersport for the weekend and showed what a real talent he is with a couple of fine 7th places. But come back to Silverstone this weekend, and he is fighting for the championship with the Irishman, Andy Reid. He leads by 3 points, but anything could happen here today. Let's get to our commentators now, James Whittam and Jack Bernacle, to take you through the action.
Kyle Ryde handsomely on pole position by 1.2 seconds ahead of Andy Reid and Nick Anderson. The second row headed by Joe Collier from Ross Twyman and Taron McKenzie. Alex Alesha, Malachi Mitchell-Thomas and Andy Irwin are on row 3. Ben Godfrey, Joe Francis and Levi Day on row 4. The yellow pace days, track days, Yamaha of championship leader Kyle Ryde on pole position here at Silverstone. Oh, what a start though by Andy Reid. Oh, it looked like someone had just
shot him out of a gun.
Catapults off the middle of the row. I said to him just half an hour ago, you'll need an Andy Reid start then. And he just smiled. Well, he got one, but it looks to me as if Kyle Ryde straight onto the back of him and even forcing a way past as they launched through the first complex. So that lead didn't last long, or did it? Oh, all right, straight away then. Let's swap paint, boys. On the first lap of 10, round the fabulous 3.6673 miles Silverstone circuit.
Yeah, from what's happened in qualifying and practice, you would think that Kyle Ryde on the yellow bike right a shot there has got the pace to easily win this, but you can never discount Andy Reid's aggression and kind of race morning pumped kind of attitude he always has.
Taron McKenzie even has launched the WD-40 bike through into 3rd place ahead of Nicky Anderson. Anderson dropping a foot as they drop through Vale and into Club Corner, with Kyle Ryde and Andy Reid already easing open a gap over the pursuing Taron McKenzie. Kyle Ryde leads the way, 2nd place for Andy Irwin. Just Andy Reid, 3 points separate them in the championship. So the last 2 races have been won by Andrew Reid. The 3 previous races to that won by the man in yellow, Kyle Ryde.
Yeah, Andy Reid's been a little bit unlucky because he was actually knocked off at Thruxton. No fault of his own whatsoever, I think. Oh,
What I say, the gloves are off then, boys.
What are they doing? Ah, yes, nice steady first lap to settle yourself in, boys.
Oh, one of the BYs at Kawasaki's down, Nicky Anderson, who qualified in 3rd place and who Andrew Reid prophesied could probably run at the same speed as himself and Kyle Ryde.
Not from there, he can't.
So we're on the 3rd lap of 10 explosive laps, and it may not appear so, but there's actually a lot of mutual respect between these 2 lads.
Yeah, there is.
They know how good each other are. New lap record then, 2 minutes 12.06 for Andy Reid as he tries to hunt down the race leader, the championship leader. Already in the background, the impressive Malachi Mitchell-Thomas through to 3rd place ahead of Irwin and Ross Twyman.
Yeah, and look at the different styles. You'll see that Kyle Ryde at the front, he is a lot more kind of conservative, relies on a bit more corner speed, and Andy Reid a little bit more aggressive, harder on the brakes and less flowing. And there's no right or wrong. Some circuits suit. You saw Andy Reid there. The back end is moving around on the brakes. That's when you go down a gear, let the clutch out. He might even have been using a little bit of rear brake there.
That's right. Tell you what, to get around the outside at Vale, that was quite ambitious.
It's not just about that. He might not have been trying to make a pass. He needs to keep letting Kyle Ryde know he's there the whole time. Oh, that's a. Is the bike going back across? And there's oil. There must. Let's have a look. Yep.
So that was out of Stoke Corner.
There's 2 off there
towards Club. 2 riders down.
Yeah, there's definitely 2. And lucky to get away with it because that lad there ended up right in the firing line.
So let's check what might have happened.
Ooh. Let's have a look.
Oh,
yeah, and
it's Mitchell Thomas who went down, number 13.
It is.
It's Mitchell
He's
Thomas
definitely...
who went down, and he's been clobbered by the luckless Godfrey.
Yeah, and that... Did you see that smoke immediately came out of the F3 MV, and that's because the front end, the headstock on the fallen bike of Mitchell Thomas's, and that ripped a casing clean off the bike, so there'll be, I think, quite a lot of oil on the track there, Jack.
On the 5th of 10 laps, and Kyle Ryde, the race leader, absolutely backing them up, and then suddenly accelerating towards the end of the Wellington Straight, dropping into Brooklands, and then backing it off again, and just...
As the message says, the safety car is in this lap, and it is down to the leader to when he wants to go, and you can't overtake before the start and finish line.
And suddenly he nails it past us through Woodcut. He goes. Kyle Ryde leads the way, and then the two mad Ulster boys behind him, Andrew Reid and Andrew Irwin together. Ross Twyman, teammate to Kyle Ryde, is there on the yellow bike in 4th place, ahead of Alex O'Leisha, Ben Curry, Joe Francis, Joe Collier. But at the front, the main men, the two men who are challenging for the championship, 3 points separate these two. And once again, they'll set about opening out a lead on the rest as straight away Andy Reid punches his way through back to the front on the FFX Yamaha.
Yeah, no matter the pace car has been out, I can't see anybody else in the field having the pace to stay with Ryde or Reid at the front. They've just been quicker than anybody else. And especially Kyle Ryde on the yellow bike 97 there. Quick bike as well.
He used the slipstream there neatly, but straight away got, oh dear me,
and this
side by side through Stowe Corner.
Yeah, like I said, Kyle Ryde was a second quicker than even Andrew Reid, so this is perfect. He's obviously made a decision, as Andrew Reid, the man in second there, FFX Yamaha, to just get in and about Kyle Ryde and put him off his stride, you know, not let him into that super smooth mid-corner speed rhythm. And I think it's a good plan. I think it's possibly his only plan. If he can do this and put Ryde off his stride, not let him get going, then he's in with a shout at the end with a sort of a move like that. I mean, he is good at the... Oh, he's down, Reid's down.
Andy Reid just oversteps the mark. He went another lunge for the front, and the Ulster boy goes down, and that makes a massive difference. That means that Kyle Ryde could crown himself champion right here, right now, today at Silverstone.
Yeah, three points of difference now. Kyle Ryde's in front, so with 25 points, that's 28, and only 25 available down at Brands. It's all over, and Reid knows it. To be fair...
Oh, look at him, bless him. He's burying his head in the stones.
Watch this. He's gone in... He's gone underneath Ryde, and I've got to say that I think perfect plan that Reid was trying there. I think he had to do that, being over a second slower in practice. Ryde had the pace, and Reid had to do something, and he was setting about doing that. And that the plan's gone wrong, and he can.
And that could be a lost championship for the FFX Yamaha team, and a gained championship for Pace Days, Race Days, who now go 1-2 as Ross Twyman moves through ahead of Andy Irwin, with Alex O'Leisha in 4th, Joe Francis 5th, Joe Collier not able to do enough in 6th place to keep within any kind of touching distance of the championship leader. Yeah, so Kyle Ryde there would have sufficient point, plus 25.
Yeah, 28 points, and now Twyman, who is this man here, Ryde's teammate, kind of wingman now, defending that lead. Not that Ryde would need it. He's so much quicker than anybody else around here. There's only Reid was going to get anywhere near him, and now obviously Reid's upside down in the gravel, unfortunately.
When we got a faller. Was that the number 29 bike that went down? It may have been. Was that Alex Lyon, number 29, making his return? I'm not sure who that was.
He's got his visor scooped off. That's never a good thing. It does mean your head's kind of clobbered the floor a little bit.
No, it's number 28. I beg your pardon. It's Armstrong who's gone down.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Keenan Armstrong.
From Doncaster on the M1 MI Fabs Racing Yamaha has fallen. I was going to say Alex O'Leisha on the T3 Racing Triumph, who finished 4th in it on.
Well, that was... I have to say, sorry, lad, but that's self-inflicted. When you get to this slippy green bit off the track, you stop leaning.
And he didn't. I was going to say, Alex O'Leisha on a T3 Racing Triumph, 4th in the Triumph Triple Challenge last year, with a victory at Snetterton and a 2nd place here at Silverstone. Having a good ride on that white bike, the Slimline Triumph number 19. And it's quite a rare thing for us to have a Spaniard here. It's usually English kids who are trying to get rides in the CEV Spanish Championship.
It is, yep.
So Alicia is involved in a little bit of a scuffle there with Number 8, he's got ahead of Andrew Irwin. So Alicia ahead of Irwin now, and I think that bunch behind them includes Joe Francis, Levi Day, number 21, Tom Ward from Canterbury on the Go Racing Developments Yamaha. A really straight mix, except for that triumph of Alicia's. It's a really straight mix of Yamahas and Kawasaki's.
Yeah. I hope that's
another faller.
14.
That's number 14.
That would be
Jack Keane.
Yeah, Jack Keane, yeah.
There was a Jack Keane who was a friend of my dad's, was a brilliant violinist. I wonder if this lad's got that talent.
Close the front. Yep.
Sometimes it just looks so cruelly simple, James. When
It's simple.
Like
I can
vouch for that.
Yeah, I bet they will vouch for that. Yeah.
Kyle Ryde has a 3.3 second lead at the moment over Ross Twyman, who's still holding off Joe Collier. It's Alicia leading that big band of riders in 4th place. That includes Irwin, Francis, Day, Ward, Curry and Wigley. Great name, number 99, Matthew Wigley from Canuck on the SorryMate.com Yamaha.
Yeah, Andy Reid will be so disappointed with this. He really did feel he had a chance in this championship, and like I said, for me, he was going about it exactly the right way. He didn't have the pace to stay with Ryde unless he really gave him an hard time, and that's what he was trying to do. He had a plan, and he just failed.
This is the batch fighting for that 4th place. Alicia still has the advantage, but plenty of moves being pulled just behind him as Irwin tigered his way back then in front of Joe Francis. We're on to the final lap, so this has got a little sorting out to do yet. There are the 2 bikes leading the way. What a result this will be for the Pace Days Track Days team. The Yamaha's running 1-2 with Joe Collier, number 11, racing for the B. Weiser team.
And Kyle Ryde will know exactly what this means because he saw his championship rival slide down the road in front of him. So he'll know what this means. He'll know he's just on his way for, what, half a lap to a championship.
We've got a Spaniard, an Ulsterman, a Cheshireman, an Australian involved in this little scuffle here. One of them's got a name. Sorry.
It's either a kerfuffle or a scuffle. Oh, I suppose you could get a mix of the two.
This looks like it could be a mixture of the two. And at the moment, still, look at this. They're every inch of the way, Irwin's hanging on to the Triumph's back wheel to try and get a bit of a draft. Oh, and he's going to try and he's trying to do an Andrew Reid.
Dear.
It's not going to end the same way. No, he manages to stay on 2 wheels. But he does almost cost himself a place then. With Joe Francis trying to needle his way through, didn't quite do it. And Francis has lost out again, I think, to Levi Day. On the final lap of the Superstock 600 Championship, the Pirelli National Superstock 600 Championship, and it looks like we're going to have a championship decided here at Silverstone because the 2000...
Hang on.
Has he got a problem?
He's got a problem. But I thought he was just...
What's happened?
Look at this. He's trying to get it to the line. It's a long way to the line there. Poor Kyle Ryde. There's something wrong with the bike. It stopped. Maybe I can't think he's run out of fuel.
Kyle Ryde, I was just about to announce him as the new National Superstock champion, but he's not going to reach the line.
It's a long way to the line. A long way when you push
Collier wins. What's happened to Ross Twyman? Both those bikes have stopped. Collier, Irwin, Alicia 3rd, Francis, Day, Ward, Curry, and Ryde and Twyman, both of them.
Yeah, they're both pushing in.
They've run out of petrol. They must have done. Same team.
It cannot be. It can't be, Jack. I don't think it can.
Ross Twyman is galloping for the line, but they're out of the points. They're out of the points. There will still be 3 points to hang about. What about Joe Collier? He's already gone and won the race. Will that put him in the lead in the championship? I'm flapping around here because it might well do.
Hang on. Collier is now 20. He will put him in the lead of the championship by 1 point from Kyle Ryde.
4 points will cover the 3 riders when we go to Brands Hatch in a fortnight's time, because that man, Joe Collier, on the B. Weiser Kawasaki, has won the race. That is persistence rewarded. And there's Kyle Ryde running across the line.
Poor lad.
To join his teammate, and they finish in he finishes in 27th place, Ross Twyman in 22nd, and no points for either of them.
I thought Kyle Ryde, we were seeing him sitting up there just making sure he got to the line, no problems.
Pirelli National Superstock 600 Championship in association with Black Horse, and what a startling conclusion. Just as I was about to announce the race winner and the new champion, he stops. Joe Collier sweeps through to win for B. Weiser Kawasaki and puts himself into a 1-point lead in the championship. He wins ahead of Andy Irwin and Alex Aulisha, with Joe Francis, Levi Day, Ward, Curry, Wigley, Stafford and Stamper rounding out the top 10. The rest of the point scorers: Phil Wakefield, Kevin Van Leeuwen, Alex Lyon, Jones and Vernon. The standings in the Superstock 600 class after 11 of 12 races: 1-point lead for Joe Collier, with Kyle Ryde second, Andy Reid still right there in third place despite that crash. Nicky Anderson is fourth ahead of James Lodds, Aulisha, Mason Law, Joe Francis, Levi Day and Ben Godfrey.
Just one more round to decide the championship, and what a season it has been for these talented racers. After the break, we've got the thousands for you, so stay right there.